Hi, this is Shivakasika from Xtraleap Data Cloud. What is Xtraleap? Xtraleap is a cloud SaaS platform for data teams. An organization might be having their data sitting in different applications like Salesforce, HubSpot, Google Ads, LinkedIn Ads, or transactional data from SQL Server, Postgres, MySQL, or data sitting in files like CSV, JSON, Excel, or S3 bucket. Xtraleap provides a seamless integrated UX for collecting, integrating, and enriching data. Further, it helps you build notebooks, data visualization, stories, and portfolios. And you will need to schedule this data because your source system's changing the data on a day-to-day basis. So we have a scheduler that makes this work up to date, and you can subscribe to alerts and have version controls in place. Actually, currently supports Snowflake and BigQuery as a cloud data warehouse, and it is a fully managed cloud service. It's a SaaS platform. The choice of cloud is up to you. By default, we are on DigitalOcean. We support AWS, GCP, and Azure as well. Our cloud technology helps you scale as your need changes, and we have 24 by 7 support to help you successfully in the data journey. And security features are out of the box. We support single sign-on policy groups, and each customer will get their own private workspace. And for the security teams, there is audit in place, like who has access to what and user tracking. And we would be able to support this for up to 3 years, and if needed more than that, we can do that based on SLA. In the end, what is our goal? Our goal is to get the business user insights in the form of interactive dashboards. We have predictive analytics, machine learning, and AI in place. You can subscribe to alerts via Slack, and we would be able to support on further orchestrating and automation as well in the process of data preparation, data transformation, ML training, and model deployment, and etc. And our foundation is built on collaboration for teams to work together and via feedback loops, sharing notifications, and etc. So how do we fit in for enterprises? Enterprises are bigger in size with respect to the teams, and each team is comprises of data engineers, data analysts, data scientists, and together working for a common goal, that is goal driven outcomes for the data, to help the executives and business users gain insights for informed and strategic decisions. And how do we fit in the startups and mid-sized organizations? These are relatively smaller with respect to the manpower. One person might be wearing multiple hats like data engineer, data scientist, or data analyst. So this unified engineer will be able to use all the features that we have on the platform to ensure that business goals are met, and eventually they would be working very closely with their stakeholders in a feedback loop manner or iterative manner to help them gain insights for informed and strategic decisions. So why Xtraleap helps the team in a rapid fast prototyping from the raw data to cleansing the data, consuming the data, building the predictive models using AI and machine learning, and also helps them work in a collaborative manner, which results in operational optimization and reduces the cost. And our goal is to help everyone within the organization to be successful and help them make data-driven decisions. Let's get into a demo. It's very much easier to get up and running in minutes. It's a self-service cloud-based solution, which is easier to use. We have drag and drop features for data preparation, data consuming, and building the dashboards. You have code-based notebook powered by AI. You can use Python or Scala all in a single notebook. And don't forget, it is enterprise ready out of the box security features, and for the teams to work together in a collaboration manner. And you can track how you're evolving with respect to the data from the end-to-end lifecycle, which can be sourcing the data, cleansing, transformation, model building, and etc. Everything can be versioned, and you can see the changes and evolution through version controls. So in this demo, what we are going to do is we are consuming data from MySQL. This particular data is for a telco company which has customers close to 1 million. And what we are going to do is we are consuming all the data from MySQL, loading into a BigQuery, and further we are building a historical data analysis, customer insights, and further we will be predicting customer churn as well. This is very much important metric for the business to track because it will be having a direct impact on the revenue. And is the most important metric that executives are tracking during their meetings in boardrooms or strategic planning and etc. Let's dive into the demo. Okay, the user can subscribe to Xtraleap from our website. It is very much easier and simpler to do. If you have an account login, if you want to sign up, you can sign up here, and it's free to start with, and it will be get up and running in minutes. So once you sign up, this is the screen that you would be looking at, and it has all the features that a user would be looking at, starting from the right to left. Talking about the persona, which we discussed before, a data engineer would be connecting the sources from the screen, unloading the data, doing some analysis. This could be done from a data engineer perspective or data analyst perspective. And then consumer would be looking at insights in the form of storyboards, portfolios, and dashboards and visualizations. Visualizations are individual component which would have individual insight like this, and a dashboard is a combination of multiple insights like this, and a portfolio is a combination of multiple dashboards put together. And this is very much helpful to put all the information collectively together in a portfolio. This portfolio could be served to a sales team, marketing team, customer success team. They can have all of their relevant information put all together in a portfolio. The story books are for telling a story or doing a presentation during the board meetings and talking about how a complete organization working together. And this is a sample sales performance dashboard or storyboard, and not necessarily related to the sales, but you could combine all the information that you have collected for sales, marketing, customer ops, customer support, customer success, finance, and everything together, put together into a storyboard. The job scheduler is essentially for regularly running the data so that whenever your source changes the data, you wanted that latest data to be updated in insights. So you can schedule as close as to every 1 minute. Now in the demo, which here we have customer data. This is the telco data, and I have already created a source. And if you want to create a new source, you can connect to that and fill in all the information and create a connection. And you can test the connection here, make sure it's looking good. Once the connection is created, you need to load the data into our data warehouse, which is Snowflake or BigQuery. Right now in the scenario we are using BigQuery. So you would be putting all the information here from this particular source. There are 4 different tables. If there are new tables, you can add new tables, and if you want to add new tables, you need to give an instruction which source you want to go against. For example, if I want to go against sales and marketing, and do the different tables that are available, and select the table, make some adjustments here, and look at the data types and etc. We will take care of that. We detect that automatically, but if you want to make any necessary changes, you can do that. But once the data landing zone is created, the next step would be to automate the data. Right now, you can create a cron expression, and cron expression is very much flexible in terms of how and when you want to run it. You can schedule as close as to every minute, and two different types of expressions can be possible here. And we have paused this trigger, and if you want to resume it, you can resume it, or if you want to pause it, you can pause it. And if you want to see how the history is looking at, you can see all the different job schedules here, and individually you can track the table nodes as well, and you can look at the individual table stages as well, how the data is collected from source and put it into our data warehouse at various stages. Once the data is loaded, and let's actually run the data. I'm running the schedule now. What is going to happen now is it is going to pull all the data. Currently it is in progress stage. We can refresh the screen. Data has been collected, and this is one of the biggest table which has close to a million rows, and data pool has been initiated, and data pool completed for one table, and is totally completed, and it has completed for three tables and one table. Data pool is completed here, and if you want to dig into more details for this particular table, at what stage it is in. So initially it gets queued, and then it gets the service will be assigned to pull the data. Data pull is completed. Now we will be doing a data march back into the data warehouse, and it is completed. Now let's get into the dashboard which we have built. Here we can see customer predictions and customer insights. So far we have connected to the source, pull the data, did some transformations. Of course, one thing that I didn't show you, maybe I've skipped it. Let's get back to the data analysis screen here. So we have screen where you can define the model, and this is a graphical representation of the model, like 4 different tables, and you can define joins, you can apply filters or write formula columns or select and deselect columns, and all the data transformations are in place. And again, everything is possible via UI. You don't have to write any code, and if you would like to write the code, you can use our SQL editor here, but not necessarily that you need to write a SQL code, but you can leverage our graphical user interface here to simply drag and drop tables, define joins and formulas, and etc. And you can leverage the AI as well. And once that is done, you can do a preview, and it will show the results here. And further, you would like to publish it so that people can use it and do a drag and drop feature to build a dashboard or something like this. So far we have the data, we have cleansed, we have built the model, we have published it, we are able to see the data, and this particular dashboard is telling what's in the data. The historical information is there. But this is not enough, right? For business, as we plan for the next 12 months or 6 months or 3 months, we want to predict some information. For example, here we want to predict which customers are prone to churn. That is important metric. So far in this graph, if you can see, there are total customers, it has active customers and inactive customers, but there is no information here for future active customers based on prediction, or customer at risk of churn based on prediction. So how are we going to do that? So for that, we have notebooks features in place, which is a machine learning models that you can bring in and build your own models and train the model and deploy it. And we have already built a model and saved the model. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to load the model that has been trained already and deployed already. So I'm going to run it. For the demo purpose, I'm running it on ad hoc basis. But what is happening here is, you can run this churn prediction machine learning model on a regular interval basis. Again, it comes to the cron expression. You can define your own schedule as you wish, how frequently you want to run it. Currently, it has been scheduled to run on everyday basis. For starting it, what is expected from this is that once this particular automation completes, so it is going to read the historical data from here. It will read all the active customer information from this historical data or the current data, whatever we have so far up until today from the transactional system, and it will predict which customers are at risk of churn. So that will give an indication why these customers are flagged at risk of churn. What are the factors that are driving in? Is the pricing going higher? Are the customers finding better opportunities? Or maybe we need to look at some more of a customer service. Go on back and look at the customer incidents or something as such. These are the different drivers or different layers within the onion to peel off. But first of all, we need to see which customers are at a risk of churn. So for that, what we are doing here is run this model. Right now, this automation is happening right now, and this is a job status where you can check, uh, at what stage this particular notebook is. And if you want to go back to the notebook, you can go back to the notebook. What this particular automation is doing is, the model has already been built and deployed. So we are using the existing model and loading that model and fetching the data and writing it back to the BigQuery so that this particular dashboard can put all together when it comes to the historical data or predictive data, and executive can look at holistically from the current data, historical data, and future perspective, put all together in a single layout. And this dashboard, um, people can write comments if someone wants to write a comment and add a person to tag, they can do it. And if someone wants to present it like this, or if they want to go back to the layout, they can go back to the layout. And you can capture the insights and download it as a PDF document and export it and share it via email and so forth. Many features with respect to the team collaborations when it comes to the security, things are in place, uh, and most of the things are pretty much automated here. And let's see where we are with respect to the status. Seems like it has finished. Let's go back to the job, and all the dots here looking finished. So what I'm going to now is go back to the dashboard and refresh it. Yeah, I can see the information here. There are 9,342 customers are at risk of churn. So we can see this information. We can look at. Let's just focus on this parameters, which is what we need. These are current active customers. These are future expected active customers, and these are future customer at risk of churn. Um, right, and we can look at in different dimensions or what kind of a contract they are in, and month to month, 1 to year, and 2 year, and what kind of a billing cycle they are in, or what type of other the customers are paperless billing. And we can look at demographics, female, male, and further we can see this is the trend that we are interested in, like which customers are at risk of churn and by the turnover. And we can see the spike here. The early customers are at risk of the churn, and the customers who are with us for more than 64 to 70 months are at risk of churn. Probably they are spending higher, or probably they got a better offer from the competitor, or the early adopters are looking at better alternatives during the early days itself. And it triggers some key data points for us to think about how we are delivering our service with respect to further actions that we need to look into for the marketing or the promotions or the sales or customer satisfactions. We need to start. This is a starting point. From here on, we based on this data, we would be looking at different aspects and peeling the onion layer by layer to see what works for us as a company. And this is all the raw data, and the user can download. And if the customer is interested in downloading only the customers which are prone to churn, so there is obviously a filter here, and churn predicted, that's a flag that we need to select and say I want to see only the customers which are at risk of churn, and apply the filter here. And then they can download that data. There is, as KPI indicates, there are 9,342 customers here. They can download all the information from this particular table. This will download a CSV file, and they can take it to any other system, and, or otherwise, they can export this data into any of their systems for the marketing campaigns or things as such using a reverse ETL tool. This is how we have built the platform so far. In a nutshell, it is going to help you by collecting the data, cleansing transformations, and establishing the relationships and publishing it, build the dashboards, and further build a model, a machine learning model, and train the model and save the model, and further automate that using this job scheduler that we have here in place. That's all. This is Xtraleap, and it is much simpler and easier to use than that someone to worry about multiple tools or vendors. Each vendor is one vendor for ETL, one vendor for database management, one vendor for BI and visualizations, one vendor for data science. Rather, we have single unified screen with all integrated features as such we are seeing here, and it is a single user interface with best possible design thought process in place to make sure that teams are going to benefit a lot, and it is going to get them rapid, fast data approach rather than working in multiple tools and spending time for various months or years to get things done. But hope you like it. Feel free to reach out to us on contact@xtraleap.com. Thank you.